How's it going, guys? Prince Oji here, and today I'm going to explain the rules of a hardcore Nuzlocke, because recently we've had a bunch of people come onto the channel that don't know what a Nuzlocke is, and I wanted to take the time to be able to introduce them to the rules so they are able to follow along just as much as those who have been in the Nuzlocke / Pokemon scene for years. So without further ado, let's get right on into the rules. So there are standard Nuzlocke rules, and then there are hardcore rules. So we're going to cover the Nuzlocke rules first. This is standard for any Nuzlocke. The first and foremost rule that is important is any fainted Pokemon is dead. So normally you can heal a Pokemon at a Pokemon Center using revives, but in a Nuzlocke, if they faint, they're dead. You can't use them. They get either permanently boxed or they get released. That way you can assure you don't use it again. It puts extra challenge into it because, I mean, if you have the same Mon and you use it over and over, there's not too much challenge. If you can revive, you run out of things to use, which goes into the second one, is first Pokemon on each route is your encounter. So on Route 1, if I catch a Rookidee, or if I encounter a Rookidee, that is my encounter. I can't re-encounter for something else that may be better. I could be stuck with something that's garbage. And, well, that's your encounter. That's the luck of the draw. It's kind of what is fate. Rule number 3 is not necessarily a rule, but everybody uses it, is all Pokemon must be nicknamed. You grow attached to this Pokemon. You want to, feel that hurt when it dies, if it dies. Hopefully they don't. But, deaths happen as a part of a Nuzlocke. And those are really the basic Nuzlocke rules. There are other rules which I'll be going over later, which are optional, and I'll be going over that after the hardcore rules. So as for hardcore rules, we will be using hard level caps. So every gym leader has a ace Pokemon, which is their highest level. The level caps are based off of that. So in this case, Pokemon Sword, the first gym leader is Milo, who has a level 20 Eldegoss. So for the first gym, we cannot go over level 20. We can go up to level 20, but we can't go over it. As for Pokemon Sword and Shield, there is a gimmick called Dynamax. It makes your Pokemon gigantic, their HP goes up, and some of their stats go up too. I will not be doing that. Give myself a little extra challenge. I'm not new to the Nuzlocke scene, so personally, I will be doing no Nuzlocke. Also, no healing in battle is a huge staple in hardcore. Whenever you take damage, you can heal it off normally in battle. You can use potions, you can use herbs. Held items are fine, but you're not able to open up that bag and use that hyper potion on your Pokemon. If they take damage, well, you better hope you have something else in your party that can take that hit. Going into that, we also have set mode, which normally in battle, it will ask you if you'd like to switch a Pokemon before your opponent sends out a new Pokemon. On switch mode, you are not able to do that. You send out your Pokemon, you defeat their Pokemon, and they send out theirs right away. So you have to then hard switch if, say, you don't have a good type matchup. Well, then you gotta hard switch, which then you take extra damage if they use a damaging move. So those are the standard Nuzlocke and hardcore rules. As for optional rules, I don't have those written down here, and I'll discuss them again once we start the series. But Dupe's Clause is one rule. So if I catch a Rookidee on first route, okay, that enables me not having to catch a Rookidee on the second route, the third route, the fourth route, because then you could end up with a bunch of the same thing. Like in past games where you could go surfing, Magikarp was everywhere. You could end up with a whole team of Magikarp. How fun is that? It's not fun. Gives a little diversity to the team. Furthermore, one is going to be called Shiny Claws. If I catch an extra shiny Pokemon, I am able to catch it. They're rare. Personally, in Pokemon Sword and Shield, I have never found a shiny Pokemon in the wild. So, for me, that's kind of rare. And I think anybody else would put this rule in. Shiny Pokemon are just fun to catch. And, I would just be counting that as an extra encounter. Or if it's a shiny I already have, I will catch it, and I'll use it for the Nuzlocke, but maybe I'll trade it to one of you guys after the Nuzlocke is over. So maybe look forward to that and hope I catch a Pokemon. So that's all the rules. And hopefully that makes sense to you guys. If it doesn't make sense, leave a comment down below and I'll explain it when we start the series. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the Nuzlocke comments. Thank you guys so much. Peace.